Welcome to Cassie's Eclectic Garden. I'm Cassie and I garden in zones 5B, 6A in Northwest Ohio. I'm sitting here in front of my Happy Jack clematis. It's in full bloom and I love these beautiful purple flowers. But today our video is going to be about my greenstalk. It's got the blues. We'll be right back. Look what came for me the other day, my new greenstalk. Let's open it up and see what we've got. Let's get it opened up. Oh look, it's blue. This is the new color. It's a limited edition color and blue's one of my favorite colors, so I had to have a blue one. This is the top piece. This is the watering tray. This will go on the very top. This is the 5-tier original design with the deep pockets. And let's see what else we've got in the package. Let's get rid of the paper here. Now I ordered this. They've got different packages you can order, and I bought the starter package. So there's going to be some extra items in here that you can buy just the greenstalk itself, or they have different packages you can get. I got the starter package, and then they have a couple of other different packages with different options in them. When you order these, you have to order a base. You can get a spinner base, which is what I bought, and this, you set the pieces on it and then you can spin it around. And it's got wheels that you put on it. So that's the spinner base. You can also get a mover base, and the mover base does not spin. It has wheels on it so you can turn it and spin it on the wheels, but this will sit in place and spin. Let's see what else we've got here. These are part of the watering system. These are the watering trays, and we'll talk about those later. Let's see what else we've got in the box. We've got a bag of Simply Grow worm castings. That was part of this package bundle that I bought, the beginner's bundle. We also got a copy of the Greenstalk magazine. This is issue 1 for 2023. Also part of the bundle was a package of leafy green seeds. And let's see what seeds are in here. We've got, these are botanical interest seeds. We have a lettuce leaf salad bowl blend, a spinach Bloomsdale, kale dwarf blue curled, arugula rocket, and a red Russian kale, and a lettuce butterhead butter crunch. So that's a nice selection of leafy greens to go in this greenstalk. Now I really like greenstalk because of the free stuff they send you. They always send you a package of seeds, no matter bundle you buy. Even if you just buy the greenstalk, you get a pack of seeds. And they also always include a card with a picture of the person who packed your order form. So this was packaged by Dustin. Thank you, Dustin. You did a good job. And here we have a package with the instructions. And they have a nice little instruction book. Another thing I like about the Greenstalk company. Well, number one, it's a family-owned business. They're out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Everything they produce is made in the USA. The parts are made of food-grade plastic. And they're BPA free, so they're safe. So let's see what's in this package. More seeds. We've got cherry red tomato seeds. And they always send you stickers. You have all these nice little stickers. We've got looks like a monarch butterfly caterpillar, a coleus, and absolutely radishing. So these are the stickers. You get a thank you card. These are the owners. of the company, the founders. They send you a nice thank you card, and then this little instruction booklet. And it tells you how to set this up, and it's very easy. But the thing I like is it's got a card in here that tells you what you can grow in the original, which is the one I just purchased, and the leaf. And anything you can grow in the leaf, you can grow in the original. The leaf, remember, has smaller pockets. And next we have a drainage hose, and this will attach to the swivel base, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. And finally, the layers. There are 5 of these, and they stack on top of each other, and we'll show you how that works. They have drainage holes in the bottom, and they have this spout in the center, and we'll show you how that works when we start putting it together. The first thing we have to do is assemble the swivel base, and you can see these holes in it, and these holes are for drainage. We put the layers on top of this, and the drainage holes in the layers will drain down once you've got it all watered and go into these holes that will drain underneath. And there's a drain here, and this hose just slips right onto this drain like this, and then you can just distribute the water wherever you need it to go. Okay, now we have to put the casters on, and I do want to mention you have to order the casters separately. I had extra casters from a previous order, so I did not have to order any with this one. But make sure you order casters if you want to be able to move this. You don't have to have the casters. You can leave it stationary, but I wanted to be able to move mine if I needed to. You will get 6 casters, 3 regular casters, and 3 locking casters. You want to alternate the locking with the non-locking. And all you have to do is just press them down. There's holes here, and you just press those in, locking, unlocking, and you just do that all the way around until you have all your casters in. Here I've got all of my casters attached, and I was just looking at this, and I've never heard anybody mention this on any other videos, but I just noticed these holes that were in between each of the casters. And I don't know why. I see a lot of people put these in their yard, just out in the yard somewhere, and I don't know why you couldn't get maybe some 12 or 18-inch post or pipe, the diameter of these holes, and put them down in here, and then press those down into the ground, and that would give it more stability if you were using it on the ground, and you would still be able to spin it because this spins independently of the part that the casters are on. So that's another idea that I think maybe would be useful for someone using this in their yard. Now we're ready to start filling the layers with soil. And as you recall, we've got drainage holes in the bottom, and there are different ways you can fill these. Number one, you can fill each one separate and then put them together. You can fill them one at a time and then stack the next one on and fill it after you've stacked it. I think it's easier to fill them and then stack them. They get a little heavy, but if you've got a helper to help you get them up and stacked, we'll show you how that works. Also, there's a hole here. This is for watering, and it won't hurt for dirt to go down in that if you're filling the layers separately, but if you're not, there is a cover that comes with the drainage tube on the mover bases, and that will fit right over this, and it makes it real easy. You can just slip that on there, and then when you pour your soil in, your soil mix, it won't go down in that hole. Now they do recommend that you use a good potting mix. Do not use garden soil. It is too heavy. You want to use a good potting soil that drains well, but yet holds some moisture. I'm going to move this over out of the way here for just a minute. And this is one of the brands they recommend. It's a Pro Mix. And it's just a Pro Mix premium potting mix. You don't have to use this one. Miracle Grow makes a good potting mix. And there's a couple of others. You might have some specifically in your area that would be good ones to use. Each layer holds 3/4 of one of these bags. This is a 1 cubic foot bag, and you don't want to pack this down. You want to let it settle good, but I mean, you might want to shake it a little bit and let it settle, but don't press it down, because that will cause some layers to warp and get out of shape, and that won't be a good thing. So we want to fill this up. Now we want to fill it all the way to the top. There's a thing over here that says soil to top and an up arrow. You won't be able to see it on the video because you can barely read it. But it does say up here around, it says it on the top of every layer, soil to top. So you do want to have it full all the way up to the top. Now, you can plant starts in these, or you can plant seeds. If you're going to plant starts, or seedlings, you might not want to go completely up to the top when you initially fill it, because your seedling will have some dirt on the root ball, and that will take up some of the room. You can fill these up, and they recommend planting, if you've got seedlings, planting your seedlings before you stack them. I did not do that. I filled my layer with soil, and then I planted my seedlings after I stacked them. I got them all stacked up. It was easier for me to do it that way, but you could do it. There are a lot of videos out there on how to plant these. Susan's in the Garden's got a good one. I will put a link to hers because hers is the most recent. And in that one, she also talks about their new watering system, and I'll show you we'll talk about that in just a little bit. But you just want to keep adding this soil and moving it around to fill all of these little pockets. So you want to get those. Now you can have it a little lower here because we're going to have that watering tray in here. Okay, the next thing you want to do is put the watering tray on. This is part of the watering system, and it will sit like this. You can see there's holes all the way around here, and that's for the water to drip down into the next layer. So what you want to be able to do is line those holes up with the center of each of these pockets. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to line those. Here's a hole here, and we're going to line it up. Now you want to try to keep the inside of these as clean as possible, because if you get any dirt in these, it can clog those little holes, and you don't want to do that. So this would be ready to go onto the base. We're not going to put it on the base just yet because I want to show you how these hook together. Okay, now we're going to set the next layer on, and what you have to do, you have to line these up, and they will line up all the way around, and then you just have to push them together. You'll hear them click when they go together, and you have to kind of work your way around and push it down so that they're all the way down like that. Okay, now we've got all of the layers filled, and the first 4 layers are stacked with the little watering trays in between each layer, and this is the 5th and final layer. This will be the top layer, and the top layer does not get one of the little watering trays. The top layer gets the water reservoir, and you just snap this in. It snaps in a little differently than the layers do because it snaps in right at the edge, at the back edge of the layers, and it lines up with the hole in the middle of the layer beneath it. And you fill this up to the top line here, and the water will run down the hole in the middle and go to the layer below and fill up the watering tray. And then when that fills up, it will run down through the middle of that layer and fill up the layer below that, and that will go all the way to the bottom layer, and it will fill each of the layers, and then they will slowly drip like a regular drip system and water each of the pockets on each layer. So it's easy to fill. Just fill it with your water hose. And they've just come out with something new, and I got them for my existing green stalks. I have a leaf green stalk and an original green stalk in the stone color, and they have lids that fit over these watering trays. They help keep dirt out and birds and that type of thing. And when I ordered the blue one, I didn't see a blue lid listed, so I emailed Greenstalk, and they got right back with me right away and said no, they were not going to produce a lid in the blue color since this is a limited edition, but that the black lids looked really good on the blue systems. So I ordered a black lid to go on, and you can see there's a spot here. You don't even have to take the lid off, you can just stick the hose through. And they say to water this until the water runs out the drainage hole in the bottom, so you can kind of tell when it's full, and when the water starts running out the bottom, then you know that you've got enough water. So that takes care of the watering. So I'll have to put this over on the other on top. Okay, I've got that final layer put on top of the stack, so everything's ready to go. But I wanted to talk about something new they've got. I do not have this. It's called a Greenstalk Spring. It's an automatic watering system, and this hooks right up to your watering hose, and you could get a battery operated timer to put on it, so it will automatically water your green stalks. And it hooks up, and this just goes in that opening at the top of the green stalk on the lid, and this is what it looks like. It attaches with clips to the sides of your green stalk. This would be really nice if you're going to be out of town for a few days or going on vacation. You'll be able to automatically water your green stalk while you're gone. You won't have to have someone come over and water it for you. So that's something that's really nice. Another thing that I purchased that I thought was really nice, it's called a Greenstalk Garden Journal. And what's really nice about it, I've got other journals, but they're designed more for a garden bed. And this one has, I can get to it here, has a page to fill in for your calendar, and it's got for up to 2 years worth of calendar. More than that if you only use the months that you're gardening. But it has these nice little layouts, so you can lay out each of your layers and have a record of what you have in each layer. And then in the back, it's got a place for comments and when you planted and the plants that you planted and how well they did and if you liked them. So it's just a nice little journal to have to keep track of what you've been planting in your green stalk and what works well and what maybe doesn't work so well for you. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something. Until next time, bye-bye.